Who the fuck is that guy?
I make my own moves, yeah, I'm bossing.
All weak bitches, please proceed to the exit.
Is there no one else? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
We are Not For The Weak.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Not For The Weak podcast. It's your boy James.
It's Jeremy.
We're back again. Episode 11. Before you guys get too far into it, though, make sure you hit that 5-star review button. Leave us a review.
Yes. And subscribe. And remember, we check reviews. So anyone who leaves us a 5-star review, we could be giving you some Not For The Weak merchandise, which has just recently dropped. If you go to the website, www.notfortheweek.com, you can take a look at all the inventory and everything we have. If you have any questions, obviously, feel free to DM me or James.
We just dropped the Big Bench Energy shirts.
Yes,
and the Not For The Week shirt. And we got a couple more that we're going to drop next week. It's going to be sick.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those, you guys. And no, you do not need to have a big bench press to wear a Big Bench Energy shirt, but you do have to have a Big Bench Energy mindset.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people think, like,
I know,
I can't wear that shirt.
I
Like,
saw the comments.
nah, man. Wear what the fuck you want to wear.
Yeah, it's dope, dude. I feel like, honestly, if I wore that shirt while I bench press, the chances of me having a PR every single time I bench wearing that shirt is probably 100%.
I wear a Raiders shirt. I don't play for the Raiders. I couldn't necessarily play for the Raiders.
I bet you could if you wore a Raiders shirt.
If I wear a Raiders shirt, basically it means get me in the game, coach.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that. Also, check out gunsmithbrand.com. We still got a shitload of hats
Yeah.
and like water bottles. And yeah, we got a bunch of stuff there. So gunsmithbrand.com.
Yeah. If you guys are looking to save any type of money, make sure you use discount code JNEW10. It will save you 10% off of your entire purchase.
This motherfucker plugging his shit.
Well, it really is just more to benefit them.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
no, I'm just messing.
It's so weird. People like are weird about using discount codes. But like before I was an athlete for the company, I used Tyler's every single time. Every time I was like Tyler 10. Every time.
Tyler
Dude.
10.
I don't know if that was his code, but I remember I think it was Tyler 10
actually.
because it was like super
I don't know. That was
easy.
a long time ago, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man, how times have changed.
And then I got my own code.
You're like, fuck that. I got my own code.
Fuck Tyler 10. JNew 10's where it's at.
Tyler 10.
Dude, he just pulled like 744.
Damn.
I know. So strong.
Such a strong deadlift.
Such a strong deadlifter.
I wish I was a 744 puller.
I
One
wish I
day I'll
was
be
a
an
600
adult
puller.
and pull that.
You have the sumo to pull it, bro.
Nobody respects sumo, though.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why.
And in a way, I get it. Like, when I watch somebody deadlift, sumo doesn't look cool.
Yeah.
Like, it never looks cool. Like, it's never like a smooth lockout. It's always like, it's kind of slower. Like, it doesn't look as cool as like when you watch like Larry Wheels like rip 900
Yeah.
off the ground. Like, it just looks cool. Like, it looks manlier.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's like one of the biggest like stigmas surrounded by sumo deadlifts.
But you're still fucking lifting. So I
It
don't know why
is,
people
yeah.
hate on it so much.
It's
Like,
more
yeah, it
awkward and
doesn't look
more
as
of a
cool.
technical lift.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look as cool, but you're still fucking lifting it.
Ooh. Speaking of which, you guys, I actually need to post real quick. I'll do that in a second. But I had to switch back to conventional deadlifts because I am currently having a hip problem, and it is causing pain in my knee and throughout my quad and teardrop, and it's pretty uncomfortable as well as discouraging. After my heavy sets of squats, it acts up and it hurts pretty bad. So I figured, if I can barely make it through my squats without it acting up, there's no way I can make it through my squats, then bench while using leg drive, and then pull sumo. So I switched back to conventional, and it feels way better. I pulled 575. I know that's not an impressive number, but for being 7 weeks out and not deadlifting conventionally in about 3 months, that's not too bad for me.
And what's your goal at the meet anyway? Like
600.
Yeah, so you're not so far off.
But on a super dope note, my goal bench press was 363, and I just paused 360. And so being 7 weeks out, you can see how that's pretty fucking exciting. So new goal is 385.
It's a big ass jump, bro. You went 22 pounds, man.
You know what, dude?
Send it. fucking
I
send
thought
it,
363
bro.
was a big goal since
Send
I
it.
barely hit 315 for 3 at the beginning of prep.
Send it.
It's sent.
Consider it. Fold it all up. Send
This
it.
is an IG, bro. You can't unsend it once you send it. Dude, it's so awkward
It's
when
not
I
a text message you can't unsend.
It's so awkward when like I get like a notification. It's like message no longer available. Sender unsent it, and I was like, who unsent a message to me?
Oh, man. I've done that though. I unsend messages because Siri or not Siri, the iPhone just fucks me on the autocorrect, and I'll just be like typing hella quick, and I'm like, the iPhone will correct that real quick. Like I know I misspelled a word. I'm like, but nah, the iPhone will correct it right as I send it, and then I send it, and it doesn't change it, and I look like a fucking idiot.
I'm so fucking tired of. I'm posting this real quick. I'm so tired of sending messages. I'm so tired of iPhone auto correcting your shit. Like fuck to duck. No,
Dude.
motherfucker.
Dude.
L to I. No, I mean L. If I say L,
Yeah.
like whatever I type, just like red underline it and tell me it's wrong.
Yeah.
But don't fucking correct it for me, you
No.
piece of shit.
The worst is like the fuck to duck.
Dude, I'm so tired of
Because
saying duck you to people.
the iPhone, it's supposed to learn your like
your lingo.
It's supposed to learn your lingo. I have never typed duck ever.
Ever.
I don't
I've
even
talk about ducks.
I've never talked about a duck.
You know what I do talk about? Chickens. Talk about chickens a lot.
I talk about fuck a lot.
I talk about fucking
And so
a
you
lot.
think that it would be like, oh, there's a chance he's talking about a duck, but more than likely he's talking about fuck.
Like chances are it's fuck. So that's not it.
Wait, this is James? Oh, he says fuck every other word? Yeah, it's for sure fuck.
Okay, let's get it. Posted that. Had to post it.
Get your shit together, Apple.
Yeah, dude. Let me say fuck and not duck. Thanks.
Stop trying to censor me.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I always have to put like FUCKK and then delete the K so it keeps.
Oh,
fuck.
yeah. Oh, man.
So annoying.
My Mac does that a lot. My Mac,
Oh yeah.
I'll be typing something, and then it'll just correct it, right?
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't even give it like barely gives you the option to like be like, no, that's what I mean. So like, I can't tell you. I was typing something on the podcast, like one of the descriptions. I was typing something, and I swear to God, I had to type the word like 10 times before I finally was like before it finally stayed. And I was like, fucking Apple, bro.
I get so pissed. I'm like, okay, fuck it, never mind. Duck it, never mind. Duck
You're
this,
like,
bro.
they know what I mean.
They know what I mean. I don't even care anymore. I misspell things all the time, and people know exactly what I mean. I basically say the same shit all the time to people.
Oh well. Hey, what are you gonna do?
While on the note of texting, have we ever addressed people who text like shit and people who text with emotion? Have we ever talked about that?
We've talked about the fact that you constantly send me all caps
text messages.
and it's like
No,
makes me
bro.
think that you're screaming at me 24/7.
That's not the case. I'm just very excited about basically everything in life.
You're like the dog in Up, just
I know.
squirrel. They're just excited as fuck.
What did he say? His name was Doug.
Doug,
My name is Duggan.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
That's how I talk to Phoebe, our dog, me and Kai's dog.
He probably looks at you like
She
probably looks
She
at you
loves
like
me.
fuck.
She loves me.
What the duck?
She's the best. No, she's actually a little asshole sometimes, but I still love her.
On the topic of text messages, though, back to that.
Yeah. It's just funny, like, it's so weird. Like, I think that you're supposed to text like how you talk, right? So when I talk to somebody who I hear in person as like, or in my mind, I kind of put as like an outgoing person or somebody who has like more of an extroverted personality,
Right.
And then they text like they fucking live in a cave and hate
one
the
word
world.
answers.
I'm like, are you okay, dude?
And then it automatically starts something like, what do you mean, am I okay?
I'm like,
And then you
exactly what I mean.
and then you
dude.
have no way of really like conveying that message. Like, oh, well, you're texting a little weird.
I'm always like, you're being kind of short. Like, oh, I'm fine. I'm like, okay.
That's the problem with nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
you put your own personal spin on everybody's text message. Like, you read it like how you would think that they're saying it, but it's like half the time that's not how they're saying it. Like,
I know.
you're just adding all this extra drama to it.
I think it's not even that we read it like how they would say it. We read it like how we would say
Oh
it.
yeah, just how you interpret it.
Like I like because I'm so outgoing when I text. When I see something that's not, when I read a text that's not texted like how I would text it, I'm like, what the fuck is this dude's problem? You know, what did I do to piss you off?
Like 90% of the text messages I send you, just one word. Okay.
Yeah, dude, I hate texting you. I'm like, dude, did you check this out? You're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, fucking sorry I bothered you, Jesus.
Oh my! I can't tell you how many fights I've been in with people because I've been like, is everything all right? Like,
Yeah.
what's like, are you mad at me right now?
I never think you're
I'm
mad.
not fucking mad at you.
I never think you're mad. I just always am like, oh, that's just how Mooney is. Just text like that.
Just no emotion.
The only time I think you're mad is when you walk into the gym and you don't really talk to me. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Usually on a mission to stretch.
On a mission to start my 1 hour warm up.
Your 1 hour. Yeah, you do, dude.
Bro, I'm old, man.
I always think of you when I think of warming up, and it sucks because I'm like, fuck, I have to get to the gym a whole fucking hour early so I can warm up, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not Mooney. I don't warm up as long as you do.
You're not yet, bro. Wait till
I'm
you get to
not
be
yet,
30,
yeah.
dude.
It's not too far from here to 9 years. Almost 8 years. I'll
It's
be
like-
22 here in like 4 months.
You're getting old, dude.
Ugh, yuck.
Though
That's bullshit. I hate it.
I remember not being able to just walk in and kind of like do some bodyweight squats and be like, I'm good to go. But now I have to do like all this. And part of me wonders this. Like all this mobility stuff like became like huge, well, like 4 or 5 years ago. Like it really got like huge. Everyone's like, oh, you got to do mobility. You got to do all this shit. I'm almost wondering because I never used to roll out like back when I first started lifting. Like I never rolled out. Back in, well, not even when I first started lifting. Obviously, when I first started lifting, I didn't roll out because that wasn't a thing. But like when I first got into like when I was in college, like we didn't roll out, we didn't do any of that shit. Like that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I start seeing all this mobility stuff, and I'm like, oh, I should try that. Blah blah blah. Oh man, I got an injury there. Like, oh, I got a little tight spot. And now all of a sudden, I feel like I get way more of those.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm getting older, and that's probably part of the reason. But I almost wonder if it's like a psychological thing. Like, oh, now I have to roll out.
Yeah,
Like,
or you're gonna-
It's part of me. Like, if I don't roll out, oh, I feel so much worse. But it's like,
Yeah.
I never used to roll out.
You're going to just like welcome
Yeah.
that. into
Or I'll
your
be
life.
like, oh, man, I feel like I'm getting hurt now. Like this hurts really bad. It's because I didn't roll out.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not always the case. Like,
I basically blame every single shitty workout on if I warmed up or not. I'm like, oh, didn't warm up today. That's why my bench sucks. No,
well,
your bench sucks because you suck at bench pressing.
it's amazing how much better a workout is when you warm up properly. Like
Oh,
when you
I
get
agree.
like a legit warm up in,
Yeah.
and you're like sweating, and then you get into the workout and you just start just pouring.
I never warm up like you, and I should, but I don't. But I have been trying to take more time. I just posted that thing. I've been talking about how I've been trying to take more time working on like hip mobility as well as just like stretching and rolling out and getting my body like pre-prepped for training.
Yeah.
Especially now that I'm on a strength block, I fucking need to be prepared to
Yeah, dude.
carry these heavy
if you're,
loads.
if you're lifting heavy fucking weight,
Yeah.
your body needs to be like
Ready,
warmed up to
yeah.
that. Like you have to prime it. Like you don't just turn your car on and go to 100 like right off the bat. Like
Exactly.
especially in like an Oregon winter, like you're not slamming pedal to the metal like as soon as you turn the car on in the morning. Like it's gonna fuck up your engine.
Yeah.
Like the same thing, but like you gotta warm up. And like I think a lot of people don't realize like I'll see dudes come into the gym and they'll go right over to whatever movement they're gonna do for the day, and they do like some light, like let's say they're doing shoulders, so they do some like light lateral raises, maybe some front raises, and then boom, they're into like shoulder press. It's like, no, dude, you gotta warm that shit up. You gotta get the blood pumping. Like,
I've been trying to take a lot more time with my chest days, warming like my shoulder up and everything, like my shoulders, and like because my shoulders are so stiff, like you know how like
you have terrible shoulder.
yeah, my shoulder mobility is super bad, and like my front delts are so like glued together with my chest that like it just rolls me forward, and It's terrible. But I've been trying to take more time to just like stretch and roll my chest and front delt out and separate like my pec from my delt, and it helps. I think a lot. It just helps like push blood into there.
That's the big thing is like a lot of people, like if you're standing all day or if you're sitting all day, like blood pools, bro. Like gravity's a thing. Like it's not gonna stay up. Like you're gonna get some blood up in your upper body, but like it's pooling down your legs and shit. Like so if you're doing a bench workout, like you gotta move that shit around. You gotta do more than just like some push-ups. You gotta get the blood pumping. You gotta get a little sweat going. You gotta get the core temperature elevated. And I think that's a huge thing that a lot of people don't like. I was working out the other day, and somebody's like, "Dude, like you're doing like a bench workout. Why are you doing like a full dynamic warm up? Like I do my, like jogging and like high knees and all that type of shit. Like why are you doing that? You're doing a bench workout." It's like, no, because I'm getting the blood moving through my whole body. I'm getting circulation up and I'm elevating the core temperature. And the best way to do that is to do something with the biggest muscle groups in your body. So like if you're doing a chest workout, warm up your back and your legs. Like, do some body weight squats, do some pull-ups. Like that's the type of shit that's going to get you like super warm, super like ready.
Well, yeah, I remember when I used to warm up with you all the time, like I always felt like really good under the bar, you know what I mean? My bench was going up quite a bit. Yeah.
And that's huge. It's like I think a lot of people miss that point when they do like their upper body workouts is that they think, "Oh, I just got to warm up my shoulders, do some like a little external rotation, maybe a couple push-ups, maybe a couple lateral raises, a couple sets with the bar, and I'm good to go." Like, nah, dude, do some body weight squats, do maybe some jumping jacks, do something like that. Like, get everything else moving. Yeah, because it makes a huge difference. You'll feel so much better. Yeah, I don't know. That's my personal opinion on it, and I think a lot of people kind of fail to realize that they think the problem. That's the big thing. People look at that as a chore. Like warming up. Oh, I don't want to warm up.
Oh, dude, I absolutely do. I'm one of those people, and I wish that I didn't look at it as a chore, and I've been trying to get better. But, if I think about it, if I think it's a chore, I could only imagine how everyone else feels who aren't even really
somebody who's not, like, prepping for something or doesn't necessarily love the gym. Yeah. They're going to look at a warm-up like, oh, man.
Like, fuck.
And that's why I do, like, fun shit for my warm-up. Like, nobody likes the speed ladder. Like coaches hate on the speed ladder all the time, right? Like it's a worthless tool and whatnot. I love the speed ladder because it's fun and it gets your whole body moving.
Right? I love the speed ladder too. Yeah, it's like anytime we'd warm up with the speed ladder, I was like, yeah. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy doing. Like it's fun to do.
And see, that's the thing is like you don't even necessarily look at that, but that's a warm up. Yeah, it's fun, and you're getting a little bit out of it, but it's a warm up. Or like doing circuits of like I'll do some body weight squats with some rows and some push-ups and like I'll pick like 4 exercises and I'll do all of them in like 10 reps, nothing heavy, and then it's just like whole body warm-up. And that's key. I think if more people did that, we'd have a lot less people would be injured and a lot more people would be a lot fucking stronger.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Why don't you like to warm up?
Because I think it's a chore.
But why is it? Why do you like? What do you normally do for your warm up?
Here's the biggest reason why I don't warm up, or why I don't like to warm up. I typically feel very pressed for time. I feel very rushed. So because of that, I feel like I don't have the time to spend warming up, because if I spend too much time warming up, it's not going to give me enough time to actually get a workout in. So I usually cut it short. Other reasons, that's like the main reason why I don't warm up. The second reason is I haven't warmed up for such a long time. Like it's not something that I've done consistently. So it's not something I think of all the time. I think another is I don't really know how to warm up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I can admit that. I want to say that that's a big reason a lot of people don't warm up, is they simply don't know how. So they do what they think is warming up, which for me is stretching and rolling out and stuff like that. I don't do any movements. I literally just stretch, roll out my back, and
then you get in
and play on my phone, and then I go work out. Yeah. Which is a warm up ish, kind of.
Warm up ish,
but not really.
Yeah.
I'd get more if I did like a ROM WOD or like something else.
And you get more if like you moved almost.
Stupid straw, bro.
Almost,
Fucking A.
You'd get more, I think, if you did like let's say you do 10 minutes of rolling out and like light stretching.
Yeah.
Like if you did that like at a different point in the day and then spent that 10 minutes like doing like a decent warm up.
Yeah.
I think you'd get so much more out of it.
Yeah, that's what I think too, and that's every once in a while, like when I have time, I try and like roll out like body parts that I'm planning on training, but it's not often enough to count. You know what I mean? It's not often. I don't do that stuff often enough to say that I do it.
Yeah.
So, and that's what's annoying.
What
is I do it, but I don't do it. If that makes sense.
Well, I think a lot of that is too like it's one of those things where it's like the more you don't do it, the more time you end up having to spend stretching and rolling out, and so like it ends up adding into that. Or you could look at it like this: like if you did a proper warm up, you won't have to do as many warm up sets on your movement. Like let's say you're doing squats, and you're gonna do 135, 225, 315, blah blah blah. Like you won't have to do as many reps warming up. Like you could maybe get away with like maybe you could skip 135.
Yeah.
Like you could skip it because you've already done everything's feeling good. You could throw 225 on there and start going from there. Or maybe instead of doing like 10 reps at 135, you're only doing like 5. Oh, that's enough. Boom. Move on to the next. Like you end up spending less time on the movement. So you end up saving time, I think.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
long run. Or it cancels out and you end up spending the same amount of time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
On that note, though, I think a big thing with a lot of new gym goers is that they look at the gym and they think of it like, let's say they're going 2 hours a day, right? And they think, oh, that's all I have to do for the gym. And so they try to fit everything in there. Like they do their rollout, they do their stretching, they do their workout, then they do their cardio, right? Like they do it all in that one time period. And I think you can cut that 2 hours down if you just focus on when you get to the gym, you're doing your workout and then your cardio maybe, right? And then move that stretching like somewhere else in the day. Yeah. Because it's
like maybe stretch when you get home or something.
Or stretch like first thing in the morning, like, or even like on a quick break, just like drop into a bodyweight squat and just hold that like at the bottom of the squat and like, or, reach down, touch your toes or do a couch stretch, like 5 minutes. Like if you did that like a couple times a day, like let's say I get a 10-minute break, I just drop in, do 5 minutes of couch stretch, and then I get another 10-minute break and I drop into the bottom of my squat and I just hold it there. Like it's amazing how much better you'll feel overall throughout the entire day.
Yeah.
And then when you actually do get to the gym, you won't have to spend as much time doing all that other shit because your body's already kind of loosened up and like you don't revert back to this state of just being super fucking tight. That's my tip of the day right there. Just the tip.
Just the tip. That should be a segment on the show, dude.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, where Mooney gives his professional advice on things you should or should not do. And maybe every once in a while.
Not necessarily just gym related.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And every once in a while, ya boy gives you some advice on some random shit that I think could help you out.
Yeah, boom.
Which I have a lot of random shit in my head all the time.
I do too.
So
I've been through some dumb shit and like
yes.
like don't jump into a pool drunk as fuck diving.
That's that's a good one.
That's a good one. Don't lead with your head.
There you go. Don't lead with the head. Well.
Unless it's the other head.
Unless it's the other head. Hey now.
Hey now. Anyway, we got some questions, man.
Yeah. So I asked you guys like a week or so ago to send us some questions, and we would address them in the podcast. And you guys took pretty fucking long time, so we decided to just do the podcast and save the questions for the next time. I wanted them to build up over the course of the day. So now we have some questions, and we're going to answer a few of them.
And we're also going to make this part of like a regular segment in the show.
Yep.
Like even when we have a guest, we're going to have like questions, and we'll incorporate the guest in the questions as well. we're trying to get a little bit more structured with the podcast. So we're going to have a legitimate intro. We're going to, spend the first part of the podcast talking, catching up, doing some stuff, maybe go into a topic or two. Or if we have a guest, we'll talk to the guest. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get into some segments where we're doing some questions and then maybe some current events and then go from there. That way we have a little bit more structure.
Yeah, so we don't lose you guys because I know that it
sometimes we ramble.
Yeah, sometimes we ramble. And I get it. Like, no hate or anything. I get it. Like, I don't always want to fucking listen to dudes talk about nothing for an hour. I don't. And it would be nice for you guys to have some structure for your guys' sake. Plus, it keeps us on track. You know what I mean? So that's the plan from here on out.
And feel free to let us know, like, your thoughts on that. Like, maybe you enjoy listening to us ramble. And if you do, I fucking appreciate you.
We love you.
And if you don't,
I still appreciate them.
I still appreciate you for listening.
I'll always appreciate anyone who has input.
You're on my watch list.
Because you probably also didn't leave a review.
Yeah.
So tight.
Which nobody has recently. We haven't gotten very many reviews.
Did you check?
I checked.
Sick. Do you guys not want free merchandise? What the fuck?
Literally, we have merchandise.
Do you want
now
free shit? Out. If you want free shit, then leave a review. It takes seconds.
I wonder how often it updates too, though, because like
that's true. I guess. Huh?
I don't know. Like
I guess it might.
I feel like there was more of the last time. But anyway, regardless, moving into some questions.
So
let's go.
One of the questions we got is, are we getting a team together for Spartan Race? Answer in a McGregor voice. Which means both of us have to answer in a McGregor voice.
Let's see it then.
You have to go first.
Nah, I can't go first, bro.
Dude, I lost my voice, so I totally forgot that was part of the question. God damn it. I was like, okay.
I can't do a McGregor. I gotta think. Okay. Who the fuck is this guy? Okay. Who the fuck asks a question?
Go. Okay, answer, bro. You got this. I'm stoked.
Fucking yes.
There you go.
Boom.
That was it?
That's it. That's my answer.
Well, damn, that was a short answer. What the fuck? God damn it, dude. I hate doing impressions.
Do it, bro.
Okay. Are we getting a team together for Spartan Race? As far as I know, the fucking answer is yes. But I'll get back to you on that after I talk to Mooney. There. That's as best I got.
Boom.
That's all I got.
Was that Money Mac right here?
That was hard, dude.
He just stopped in real quick.
That was fucking hard.
I
was like, that was so embarrassing. If that sucked, I'm sorry.
It's hard because it's something that he doesn't talk about.
I don't know how to answer that as a McGregor.
It was like, what do you think of so-and-so? You could be like, who the fuck is that? You could say something. But yes, we are going to do a team for the Spartan Race. We're looking at potentially...
For sure, Ella. Yeah, I think she's 100% on board.
Ella's on board. And then we'll probably open it up to some other people too. Mm-hmm. So probably that won't be until like towards the second half of 2019, like August, September. We're looking somewhere in that.
Mooney's doing the Hybrid World Tour right now.
The Hybrid World Tour. So
that is last on the list, kind of one of the last things.
Yeah, that it's going to do that, and then the marathon. But I think like August, September would be a cool time frame. I think they do one in Tahoe, which would be sick.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah.
Tahoe's pretty.
Tahoe is dope.
Never been there, but I hear it's really pretty. You talk about how pretty it is.
That's my favorite place in the world. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'm also going to make a video about the Hybrid World Tour and talking about kind of like the whole concept behind it. And maybe that's going to be a shirt for us. Maybe we'll make a custom
Hybrid
shirt
World Tour. That'd be cool, dude.
Make it like an old band tee, like an 80s like hair metal band, like the World Tour. That'd be sick.
Get some maybe like Metallica vibes going.
Yeah. But yeah, so Spartan Race for sure. Stay tuned for that.
Yes. Thanks for the question, dude. I appreciate it. Question number 2 is breakfast for dinner or dinner for breakfast? That question was asked by the one and only Hairflip Fitness. Hairflip Gains.
Both.
Chrissy.
Both.
breakfast for dinner or dinner for breakfast?
I do both, man.
I do breakfast for breakfast and I do breakfast for dinner. I also do breakfast for lunch and I do breakfast for snacks.
You do breakfast anytime.
I do breakfast.
It's never a bad time for breakfast.
The way I do it is I do breakfast, brunch, dinner.
Bitter.
Yeah.
You sound like a
blood.
Your blood, bro.
Breakfast, brunch,
You
dinner.
claiming a set right now?
It's the breakfast set.
The breakfast set.
Great question. Moving on.
Wait, favorite breakfast? What's the best breakfast
So the
food?
the best breakfast.
Perfect breakfast.
So I just went to an amazing little spot in Ashland,
Where?
Morning Glory,
Oh, that place is fire.
and it was maximum flames. And I got the tri-tip omelet with some pancakes, with some lemon butter, and a pumpkin spice muffin, and some water.
You basic ass bitch.
And it was fucking great.
Morning Glory is amazing. Shout out to
Omelet and
Morning Glory.
pancake or omelet and waffle is definitely probably one of my all-time favorite breakfast things. I actually don't know how to make an omelet, so I typically just
tough.
scramble eggs
Yeah, it ends up as
and then
scrambled
eat
eggs.
it with a waffle.
It ends up being scrambled eggs.
For sure.
I don't have the patience to wait for it to be
Yeah.
like folded over or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just kind
and
of
I always fuck it up.
yeah.
My favorite thing, my go-to, like if there's a legit, like if it's on the menu, chances are I'll order it, is biscuits and gravy.
Dude, you and my lady both
Biscuits and gravy
Yo,
is the go-to.
every single episode I bring up Kaya. But no matter where we go, restaurant, lunch place, like a dinner place, my lady will get biscuits and gravy every single time without fail.
Or you got to take her to Breadboard in Ashland.
Yeah? Is it good?
They have a thing called the Mountain Man, and it's like biscuits. It's like biscuits, and then they put sausage on top of it,
Ooh.
and then they put eggs and cheese on top of
Oh,
it.
she doesn't like eggs. Since she got pregnant,
Put
she can't
eggs
eat
and
eggs.
cheese on top of it, and then they cover the whole thing with gravy. And she's gonna eat it because I told you it's fucking amazing. I don't care.
I'll eat it probably for her.
But yeah,
Okay, what's some more questions though? Good question, thanks, Hairfoot. Another question. You just want an all expense paid vacation to anywhere you want. Where are you going?
that's a tough one because I got like 100 places on my bucket list that I want to go.
You
to.
know where I think I want to go?
Wait, so it's all expense paid, so
Everything.
we don't have to pay anything. out of
Nothing. Not a
pocket.
nam, not a
That's it. We're going to Dubai, first class.
Dubai, huh?
Dubai, first class.
It's like the richest city besides like Bahrain.
That's what I mean. It's all expense paid, so we might as well go to the richest fucking place there
Bahrain, I think, is richer. That's literally like a city of gold.
is. Yeah, but Bahrain doesn't sound as cool as Dubai.
I know.
I'm in Dubai, bitch. Dubai was lit.
Dubai was my boy Rocco. Rocco.
We kill people, man.
I love that shit.
Where would you go?
I think honestly, I feel like maybe like Bora Bora would be dope. Ever since I watched Triple X as a kid, I was like Bora Bora.
Triple X, bro. Shout out to Vin.
Shout out to dude Toretto, bro, who's not even his name in Triple X, but he'll always be Toretto. I think
he needs
Toretto.
to change.
Toretto
That needs to be
for
like
2020.
Toretto 2020.
Toretto, or I mean Xander Cage, not as cool, but
Xander with an X.
Xander with an X is pretty tight.
Xander.
It's just an interesting
Xander
ass name.
Cage.
It's a pretty sick name.
There's no way that was his name when he was born. Like, there's no way his mom was like Xander Cage.
So she's like Xander. I don't know why her mom sounds like,
Like-
it's like her last dying breath.
She's
Your
dying
name
as
will
she's giving
be
birth.
Xander.
And you're gonna be a extreme sports superstar who turns into a spy.
Just murks people.
Just kill people with snowboards.
Dude, he's so dope. I watched the new one with him. It's just so ridiculous. I'm like, there's no way
As if
a human being would do any
the
of
first
this.
one wasn't ridiculous.
I know. I was the 2018 Xander Cage killing it still.
Wait, you know what kind of ruined that though?
What?
The fact that he's tiny. I've heard he's not that big,
He's not.
like that tall.
Yeah, I think he's like
So,
5'9", which I mean is like average height.
Yeah, but
But I don't know.
you're a superstar, dude. Like,
Be taller.
you're supposed to be like The Rock, bro. You're supposed to fucking walk in and just be like, ah. But I feel like if you walked in, I'd like look down at you like, hey,
hi, dude.
it's Minivin.
He's just like, I don't even know his voice. He's got such a weird voice.
Hella deep.
I know.
like a deep ass voice on a midget.
Dude, have you ever seen? Do you ever watch College Humor?
Yeah.
So College Humor, they did like a Fast and the Furious thing, and there was like a rock that like The Rock. He was like, Toretto, you need to come with me. And he like turned around and he was like, what do you want? The Rock. Like he didn't even say his name. He just called him The Rock. I was pissed. I was like, dude, so stupid.
It's so weird that The Rock doesn't go by The Rock anymore, really.
I know he just goes by Dwayne.
DJ. He's never
Dwayne Johnson.
like I don't think you can ever call him Dwayne. Like I would never call him.
I just
Dwayne.
call him
Be like, what's up, Rock?
Sir Rock.
Like he might as well just change his fucking
Sir
name.
Rock.
Sir Rock.
Shout out RJ.
Sir Rock boy.
Sir Rock. Dude, yeah, he's tight.
Have you been watching the Titan games? Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Bro.
We watched this fucking cool show called Masked Singers or some shit like that. It's like a new show where like these celebrities dress up in costumes and sing, and the judges have to like guess who they are behind the mask, and there's like a competition, and whoever gets eliminated has to take off their mask. And the dude who got eliminated last night, I for sure thought was Odell Beckham Jr., and it was
it Tara Beckham?
It wasn't Taryn. It was some other football player who dances in the end zone. He plays for the Patriots, I think. Don't remember who it is. Yeah.
Well,
But
did Kaya pick that
show?
Yeah.
I like it.
Of course she picked
I
that.
like it. That is interesting.
I told you watch the Titan games, bro.
I know I need to. We probably will. Because I used to like watching Gladiator.
It's not even like that. It's
Oh,
more-
really?
It's more like Ninja Warrior meets Gladiator.
That's kind of fucking.
It's like Gladiator.
That kind of makes sense.
It's like Gladiator. It's like American Gladiator with no gladiators.
Did you know that The Rock's stunt double was in Gladiator as Toa?
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I follow him
dope.
on Instagram.
That's dope.
That dude's pretty tight. The Rock bought him like a brand new Velociraptor. Did you see that?
The fuck's a Velociraptor?
It's a Hennessy tuned Ford
They
Raptor.
call it a Velociraptor.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought you just made that up. Or
That's called a Velociraptor. It's like 700 horsepower Raptor. Yeah. Because Hennessy just likes to make everything gnarly.
you see, he bought that golden ticket he gave his mom for Christmas. He gave his
To
mom.
Charlie and Chocolate Factory?
No, he gave his mom a golden ticket where she can buy any house she wants anywhere in the world.
Hi, that's a thing?
No, it's just like he gave her thing and basically told it's all like a thing, but basically it was his. Like he made a golden ticket and gave it to her, and basically what it signifies is I will buy you a house anywhere in the world, whatever house you want. Wow. Obviously, she's probably not gonna pick anything like super ritzy.
I see her being a very like humble person
Yeah,
who
she'll
just
buy, like,
wants like $100,000 house.
I don't think those exist anymore, but
Maybe you're right.
maybe a cool $1 million. But she's not buying like a castle in fucking like Sweden. It's
That'd
like,
be fucking. I would.
$80
I'm
million.
not fucking kidding you. I would live in a goddamn castle. First of all, it's probably haunted, so that's tight. Second of all, it's
you
a
say
fucking
that until you're trying to
castle.
sleep, and then you're like,
I don't know, bro.
I feel like when I think of castles, I think it's gonna be cold as fuck.
You know, insulation, just brick wall.
Yeah, just fucking stone.
I think of Dracula, dude.
Yeah,
Super Vlad the Impaler.
because he was looking at.
That's the most gangster name, by the way,
Vlad the
ever.
Impaler?
Vlad the Impaler. Yeah, like that doesn't get more gnarly.
What was that video I sent you? Ivar the Boneless. from
Ivar the
Vikings.
Boneless, yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Do you know who I am? I don't know. I wish he said it, like spoke English.
Nah, it's even more badass in German.
I know. Blah, 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 blah. That's what it sounded like. Blah, 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 blah. And he's just yelling at everyone. Dude, that's a fucking... That dude's gangster.
Yeah.
It's crazy because his Instagram, he looks nothing like... He does not seem that cool. Like,
Well, I doubt on a regular basis he's got blood all over his face.
well, like, he
For
just... like,
those of you that don't know what we're talking about a scene out of Vikings, the show. And there's a dude, his name's Ivar. And he's
The
like...
Boneless.
He's like surrounded by all these dudes trying to kill him. And he's like covered with blood. And he's just shouting at them like, you can't kill me.
but
It's pretty
super-
badass.
It's super
It'll be
like,
on the Not For The Week Instagram.
shortly.
We'll post it up there.
Big mood.
Yeah, big mood.
Dale D'Antoni was just on our Instagram.
bro.
Ski. I love that shit, dude. For those who don't know who Dale D'Antoni is, it is the one and only Jody High Roller, the
AKA
one and only
Riff Raff.
Riff Raff, aka what else does he go by?
I don't think he
Rap Game Bon Jovi, aka
Bon Jovi.
Jose Canseco of the Rap Game, aka the Neon Icon, aka the Peach Panther, aka
The Peach Panther.
the
that's
Tangerine
the best one.
Tiger,
Tangerine Tiger.
aka the Teal Tone Lobster, aka fucking
Jesus.
Gucci Jacuzzi, aka
Gucci Jacuzzi.
dude. He's so like there's so many names for him. He's the man.
Imagine if Gucci actually made a jacuzzi.
They probably did. Riff Raff has stupid money, bro. He's
It's so crazy.
the Teal Tone
I remember
Lobster.
when he first got like he first was like known. It was
Yeah.
like that show on MTV from G's to Gents.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was the first dude they kicked like it was a reality show and he was the first dude kicked off. Like imagine MTV fucked up by letting that happen.
Dude, Riff Raff is a star. Like the craziest thing about he's, you know, what's a bummer is he has 1.5 million followers on Instagram, right? But
He should have 80 million.
he should have the whatever the world population is what he should have because he's probably the most entertaining person on Instagram.
Not even just entertaining, but he's like positive. Like he seems like a nice fucking dude. Like,
Shout out to G Fuel for capitalizing on the best athlete they have for their company.
the best athlete on G Fuel right there. He needs to start his own company. Like fuck it.
He could. I don't even know why he'd take
Riff Raff juice.
Dude, Raff juice, dude. I don't know. He has so many
Tiger juice.
Tangerine Tiger. Dude, he's got like so many crazy names. Like everything is dope. But like, so like you know how he's kind of like out there.
He does social media right. That's what
He does, yeah. He's very entertaining. But you know how he's kind of out there, like with some of his songs. It's like not like very good, but it's like really catchy.
Yeah.
Well, I was listening to his old shit, and dude, his shit is kind of fire. He like gives me some super gnarly like Paul Wall vibes.
Dude,
Like that southern twang, you know what I mean?
Paul Wall.
Like there's a song where
miss
that's
those guys.
dope where he was like said he might hop out in a chain that might change the weather, and I was like, that's so hard because that means his shit's icy as fuck, right? He was like, I might hop out in a chain that might change the weather, and I was like, dude,
See,
that's the best
the problem
shit
is
in the
that-
world.
That the way he looks and the way he presents himself and the way he just how silly he is.
Yeah.
Nobody takes him seriously.
Absolutely.
And so like he just gets written off. Like a
Yeah,
lot of
for
people
sure.
look at him and they're like, oh man, look at this clown.
Yeah.
But it's like
But you know
look
what?
at some of the guys now, like Lil Pump and
Yeah.
like
Lil Pump.
6ix9ine and all those dudes, like they look like clowns too. Like
Speaking of which, bro, I don't know if you listen to 21 Savage's new album.
I do not, because 21 Savage basically is 21 trash to me.
Well, the album's really good. And it's different than his usual shit, but in a really good way.
it's not trash.
So he does a song with J. Cole, who is, from every J. Cole fan I've ever heard, the most underrated rapper in the world. Wrong, he's not. But everyone who thinks, because the thing is everyone thinks he's underrated, right? So if everybody thinks that J. Cole's underrated, it means they talk about him, which makes him then not underrated because they all listen to him, right?
No, basically you guys won't shut the fuck up.
So shut the fuck up because he's not underrated. Secondly, J. Cole's a super dope artist to have, so you can't be that bad of a rapper to have somebody like J. Cole on a track. Thirdly, J. Cole talks about Tekashi in there.
Really? What does
Yeah,
he
he's
say
like,
about Tekashi?
pray for my brother Tekashi.
I heard somebody. Oh, who is it? Cal Scrooby, our boy,
Yeah,
Scrubs.
Scrubs.
He was talking about it, and he thinks the whole thing is just media publicity for his album. He's like, you guys can't be dumb.
Could
He
be.
thinks it's a big ass conspiracy. Just
It could be. You know what, dude? It could be like Eminem and MGK. I'm just gonna
That's the
say.
thing nowadays
I'm
with
just gonna say, how interesting was it? How interesting was it that MGK fired back with an entire fucking song in a day, and it showed up on his album as a track? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I know you could last minute add that, but like, I don't know. Regardless, it didn't help MGK at all because he only sold like 27,000 records. But
I feel like that's good nowadays, though. Like, because you don't
Drake sold 757,000 his first week with Scorpion.
Like he sold that.
Yeah,
Or like that was how many downloads he got.
And he sold that many.
I wonder how many downloads he got.
Probably a fucking.
I wonder how many
zillion.
downloads MGK got. Because I feel like
Maybe more
when
than
was the last time
record
you
sales.
bought an album? Right?
Well, I think they count it
Do
as
they
like
count it
on
as,
like
Apple
iTunes.
Music or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah. I think like all I know is Eminem's Kamikaze like dwarfed MGK's Binge,
Oh, see,
which makes sense.
if you're
but
like me though, I don't download full albums.
I never do. It's fucking
Like I
pointless.
download a couple songs from each album, so I wonder like how that works because I think I don't know if I downloaded the whole MGK album. I don't think I even downloaded the whole Scorpion album.
I definitely
might have.
downloaded the whole Scorpion
I
album.
might have, but I don't think I
Not
did.
that it's not good, but it's
But, like,
dope.
I'll hear a couple songs and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna download that.
Yeah, that's
But,
what
like,
I am. That's how I am too.
But I don't want to add that much music to my phone because then I forget about hella songs. Like,
Yeah.
so I only download the songs I really fucking like.
Dude, what about T-Pain dropping his 2 whole albums of like unreleased music
T-Pain's
and like every song's fire.
T-Pain's dope.
Like every song. Dark Skin to Bars. What does that mean? Do you know?
Dark what?
Dark Skin to Bars.
No, dude, I couldn't tell.
We
you.
need to get
I'm sure somebody will tell.
We
me.
need to get T-Pain on the podcast and ask him what the fuck is a DeBarge, and if you know what a DeBarge is, tell us because I love the song, but I have no idea what DeBarge means.
Oh well.
Yeah.
What's the next question, dude?
Let me check. Okay. You're stuck on an island. What 3 things do you bring
A boat.
to escape? There you go. And 2 paddles.
A boat and some GPS.
Actually, if there was absolutely no way I could escape and I had to wait for somebody to find me, here's what I'd bring. I would bring about 5,000 pounds of duct tape. That's my first thing.
Duct tape.
Here's why.
5,000.
I watch a lot of Survivor and a lot of shows like that.
And they use duct tape. A
You
lot.
have no fucking idea how much duct tape can make things like doable. Like they made,
feel like
they
you
made,
can't-
they made sandals. They put together a raft.
I feel like you
they
can't
made a
bring
tent.
5,000 pounds of duct tape.
Well, let's
feel-
just say a ship crashed and it was a shipment of duct
They're
tape.
shipping duct tape worldwide.
Shipping duct tape worldwide and it crashed on your
I
island.
feel like you gotta set a limit. Like it has to be something that you could potentially carry on your person. So maybe like
10 rolls of
10
duct
rolls
tape.
of duct tape.
So I'd bring 10 rolls of duct tape.
I feel like that wouldn't last you very long. 10 rolls.
Last me enough to make shoes.
You don't have shoes?
I'm just gonna assume.
You lost your shoes?
I'm gonna assume
when you
for-
dove out of the bill.
I'm
or
gonna
the
assume
boat?
for whatever reason we're butt naked on the island. I don't know why. I
This
just,
isn't naked and afraid, dude.
maybe that's what I saw it on, bro. Maybe it was naked and afraid. They used duct tape.
Do they get to bring stuff with them on naked?
I don't think so. I think they have like random challenges.
What, he found duct tape?
No, they had like a whole
He
pile.
picked
of
it from the duct tape tree?
duct tape tree. That's a thing, bro.
So duct tape.
Every time I think of duct tape, I think of that line that Nicki Minaj says, where she's like, "I don't duct nobody but tape." I'm like, chill, dude. That's swag. But I'll bring duct tape.
Okay, duct tape is one.
I would bring a huge ass fucking machete/knife.
Okay.
I would bring. Fuck. I don't know what the third thing I'd bring is.
A snuggie.
An adult size swaddler. So I can swaddle myself at night and go to sleep.
Just by yourself. Let's see. What would I bring?
That's a good question.
I would bring. I like the duct tape idea.
Yes.
I'm not gonna steal it though. I'm gonna go different from you.
You're like Gorilla Glue.
I would bring
Probably
a tarp.
Ooh.
Tarp. You know.
That's a good idea.
Oops.
But why? Hold on, why?
What if it's raining? What kind of island are we on? I'm
An
assuming.
island with banana leaves and a bunch of tropical shit. And banana leaves are huge, so you could use that as roofing. The rain would fall right off of it. And bamboo, so you don't have to worry about water or containers.
Okay.
Because bamboos collect
So
water.
No,
in the
no
base.
tarp then. So I'm gonna bring big ass samurai sword.
Dude, that would be so weird to find someone stranded on an island with a samurai sword.
Just butt ass naked with a samurai sword.
That's okay. So you could hunt in that for sure.
Oh yeah. So I bring a samurai sword. A lighter.
I didn't think of that. Looks like I have to do it the old school way with the bow.
Bro. I'm gonna get a forearm workout for sure.
Oh, dude. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to do that?
Yes.
I haven't.
I will pass on that.
I haven't, but
I
it
will
seems really
bring
hard.
my lighter. So I got a samurai sword and a lighter. And then maybe a roll of twine.
That's smart.
So I can fish too.
You could.
With my samurai sword. I'll use that.
But you could fish with you can make spears, dude. Like catapulting spears. I don't remember what they're called. But it's like this thing, so you get like this
I can
really
also hold my shelter together with my twine.
You could. Twine's dope.
Yeah, so twine.
Call you James Twine.
Fuck your duct tape. It's all about twine.
There you go.
Twine Gang, bro.
Plus you could reuse twine.
Yeah.
Can't reuse duct tape. It loses its stickiness. I mean, you could. But
yeah.
Plus you could take your twine and they have like those makeshift crab fishing boxes.
Yeah.
You could easily twine like sticks together. I watch a lot of this shit, bro. I feel like I'd be good at surviving.
I feel like you would.
I feel like I'd suck at the same time.
Yeah.
But I also love to eat anything. So I will eat everything.
Would you go on like one of the shows like Fear Factor where they had to eat random shit? Like,
if it was cooked and safe, yeah.
No, man. They don't do that on those shows. You have to eat like cow balls and like horse semen and shit.
Ugh, I don't know about horse.
Drink your own urine.
That's not practical.
Would you drink your own urine?
Yeah, I'd drink my own pee.
Have you?
To survive? No, I haven't. I know I said that like I have, but I really
you're like, hell yeah, I love pee.
I love this. My favorite, dude. I actually hear pee's bad for you. I hear that the toxins in your own piss can get you sick, and I've also heard that pee can dehydrate you due to the toxins in your own pee because there's a reason you are peeing.
I think that's why you're supposed to like filter it a little bit, aren't you?
Probably, I don't know.
Or boil it.
Yeah, you'd have to boil it. Yeah.
Right?
You could boil pee. Ugh, could you imagine boiling pee and like
It would probably smell so bad.
Boiled pee?
Boiled pee. Like a public restroom, bro.
Like
With
the
no
restrooms
urinal-
at Venice, bro.
No urinal cakes. Yeah. One of those on the boardwalk in Venice.
Those are so gross.
Where homeless people shower and shit.
And there's like no lock on the door.
And
So
it's just
weird.
dark and like
It's like no
sun,
light in
no
the-
sun gets in there, so it's like super like
You like poop in the
musty.
dark. Yeah.
Super musty.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Okay. Second, third, fifth question. A lot of fucking questions.
Let's do one more.
Keys to a lasting relationship.
Don't be a fucker.
That's major key. Don't be a fucker. I think that communication is probably number one. Communication and trust. I think that you cannot have a relationship built off of anything but that.
And I think establishing
Boundaries.
early in the relationship.
But that comes with communication, right?
Yeah, that
you
comes with
communicate. You communicate your
But, like,
boundaries.
I know a lot of people, and they become, especially when they get early in a relationship, they start a new relationship. It's super exciting. They're like, oh man, like I love this girl, blah blah blah, or I love this dude, and like I'm super stoked about it. And like then they start like changing to accommodate that person,
Yeah.
because they want it to work out. They want this person to like them, so like they start molding a
Yeah.
little bit of who they are. Like they start like ditching friends because of, like, oh hey, I want to hang out. Like you don't want to tell that person no, like, oh I can't hang out today. So you're like, oh yeah, and like screw everything else.
Yeah.
And then like the relationship progresses or whatever, and maybe like 5-6 months down the road, like that honeymoon phase is over, and now you're like, oh I want to go hang out with my boys, and that person's like, but like we're supposed to hang out.
Yeah, because they didn't know.
They didn't. Well, you didn't establish
Yeah, you didn't
boundaries. Like,
understand it, like-
hey, I need me time like once a week or every other week. I need to. I would say at least once a week. You
Go
need
out with
time
the
to
squad.
go out with the boys or
Yeah.
hang out with the boys and do something like
Even if that's just go
away.
bowling or go
You
to
need to
dinner
do
or
something away from the relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
And you need to establish that early, so that way, like, there's no miscommunication down the road. Where
there's
like,
no surprises.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You have friends?
Or you find out early if that person's controlling as fuck and they don't want, like, they want you just for themselves and they don't want you to hang out. And if you're with somebody that's, like, prevents you from, like, doing things that better yourself.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, oh, hey, I got to go to the gym. Oh, but you're supposed to hang out with me.
Well,
Bye.
I guess you get on a 3-2 split.
Yeah. Or hop on this train to this relationship's over town.
Yeah.
Or like, no, like, or like, oh, I got to go to work, or I got to do this because it's like important, or I got to go hang out with my boys. Like, if they're not supportive of you early on when you're trying to establish, hey, like, this is who I am and this is important and I'd like you to be a part of that. Mm-hmm. But if you have deferring ideas or you don't want to necessarily be cool with that, then like, we need to end this right now. And I think that would save a lot of people a lot of time. Like,
yeah, I think so too. But nobody's like that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's very hard to be like that.
Another tip of the day. Just the tip.
Just the tip of the day.
That's a good thing to point out.
Why do you think a lot of people are scared to do that? Like, early?
Oh, I think it's just that fear of like upsetting the other person and just like, I think that in the beginning you do want to spend all your time with that person, and so because of that you sacrifice time with others, and then you don't really think about setting that boundary, like making them very much aware that, hey, I do have this as my life. Yeah. Like, so, and I think that a big problem that couples have, like these days anyways, is like people don't understand that you can very much live your own life together with somebody.
You have to be able to live your own life.
Well, yeah, but people just think that, oh, this is our life now. We have to do all this stuff together. And if I don't want to do what you're doing, then you can't do it either. It's like, no, that's not the case.
It's okay to do things by yourself.
In fact, it's probably more healthy for a relationship when you're out there doing something or they're out there doing something. You know what I mean?
And I think that's one of the
otherwise you get fucking sick of each other, I think.
The best things about my relationship, like with Chrissy, like I do a lot of stuff, like I travel a lot, go to some of these expos, like I do a lot of like I hang out with my boys and go to the gym, and like she never like fights me on that because she understands it, and like she's got her own stuff going on, and like we're okay being independent of each other, and I think that's why it leads to a much healthier relationship, like because then when you do spend time with that person, like it's a lot more valuable. It's more valuable, and you're also in a better place mentally. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I spend a lot of time away.
You don't resent them.
Yeah, exactly. I spend a lot of time away from Kai. We don't spend a whole lot of time together. Like, we live together, but we don't spend a whole lot of time together because she works in the morning, and then when she gets off work, I still have about 2 hours of work left. Yeah, and then I either go to the gym or I've gone to the gym right after work or before work or whatever. Like, whatever it is, we always miss each other, right? And so then when I get home, because she works early in the morning, she's usually pretty tired. I get home like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night every night. Yeah. And so by that time, she's in bed, kind of getting ready to go to sleep. So I have maybe an episode of Friends or like something that we watch together for like 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Sometimes she'll stay up a little later just to like kind of hang out. Right. But for the most part, we don't really get to hang out too much. We just have that small amount of time, and then she's asleep. Wakes up in the morning, goes to work. I give her a hug before she goes to work, and then that's it for the whole day. We talk throughout the day and stuff, but the only day we actually have to spend together is Sunday. And it's cool because then it's on Sundays we actually like do shit and get the whole day. We can sleep in if we want, or we can just get shit done. Like, I don't know. It's tight though.
Well, it becomes more valuable.
Exactly.
Like that time that you're spending with her, you're much, I don't know, you're a little bit happier. And I think the biggest thing with that is like I said, you don't resent the person. Like,
exactly.
Because even if you claim that like, oh, hey, I really want to hang out with you, like down the road, a part of you is going to be like, hey, I also really kind of wish I miss hanging out with my boys, or I miss going on trips with my boys. Like, and like, no matter how happy you are hanging out with her, you're also kind of missing out on that, and you're kind of resent her a little bit.
Yeah.
Resent him for a little bit. Like I think you need that extra like other stuff in your life. Yeah. It can't just be one thing. Yeah,
I agree.
So,
There's a little tip for all you couples out there.
Major knowledge bombs.
Major knowledge bomb. Don't hold your significant other back.
Oh, seriously, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
The thing
you
is
need to
like
realize that early on.
So the whole thing that makes you someone's significant other is having a significant impact on their life, right?
Positive.
Because that's the
significant
that is the,
positive.
Yeah,
impact.
exactly. So if you are holding somebody back, well, you're not helping them get better. You're not really a significant part of their life, then, and
No.
you suck.
And
All right?
eventually,
You fucking suck.
Eventually, it will come to the surface. It may not be now. It'll be 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
But something's going to happen, and it's not going to end well.
Oh, and you're gonna be like, what the
You're
fuck?
going to be like, oh, yeah, I was like, what a piece of shit. Like,
Yeah.
no. Be self-reflective.
Yep.
Because I've been in those relationships where I was like super like gung-ho at the beginning, like, oh my God, I want this to work out, like blah blah blah, like I'll do anything for you kind of thing. And it ends up taking a toll, and like, mentally, and like it will affect what you got going on. Like I don't really talk about this, but I like part of the reason I left my scholarship, you know, was because of a relationship where like I let that person affect, you know, what I was focused on and what goals I was trying to get, and it distracted me, and I let it distract me, and it kind of pushed me off the path, and it kind of altered things that I had going on.
Yeah.
And I looking back on it, I'm like, you fucking idiot. Like, you need to establish that, and like you need to realize early on, like, this person does not have a positive impact on what I'm doing. This person doesn't give a fuck. Like, they may quote unquote care about you, but in the long run, they don't give a fuck about what you're doing.
Yeah.
They're selfish, and they're trying to get what they want out of the relationship, and they don't necessarily give a fuck about what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's important to try to be self-reflective. And if you're not in a relationship where the other person is supportive, and like, you got to make concessions too. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if the person's not trying to make some concessions to allow you to do things that are going to better you, then like,
Oh, fuck you.
yeah, hop on that train.
To we're over town.
So this relationship's fucking over. You piece of shit, town.
Speaking of which, we're going to dinner tonight, right? Are you going with us?
I think so.
Cool, because I'm for sure going.
Ooh,
So let's go.
I'm not going out though.
Either am I. I don't want to.
I'm not trying to.
I don't have the money, dude.
Yeah, we gotta save for LA.
For LA. Yeah, guys, we're going to be at the LA Fit. So that is at the end of this
So
month.
stoked. So
Yeah,
stoked.
dude, I'm
It's
fucking
gonna
pumped.
be insane.
Yeah.
We're gonna be down at Eric the Trainer's gym with my boy TJ. TJ.
I don't know him.
Oh, you weren't on that podcast with
Nope.
us? Yeah, so our boy TJ, he was an old guest, Captain America himself. We're gonna go see him and his boys, Eric the Trainer, and I think Chef Rush, maybe, I don't know. And then
Billy
we're gonna go see Artemis.
I'll be tight, yeah.
Go kick it with Artemis. Hopefully he doesn't kick our ass in the boxing ring.
Even if he does, that's tight.
I think we can take him.
Let's tag team.
Just fucking
Hit him with a fucking
just hit him with a suplex.
Stone Cold
What was
Stunner,
it?
bro.
No, he hit him with a Dudley drop. Dudley death drop.
Oh, yeah.
We 3D his ass. And then we're gonna go to Venice with Zachy Dane,
Ooh.
TGD.
I'm stoked
we
for that.
got a big. So if you're gonna be in LA, we're also
About
gonna
to
be
show out.
Where are we gonna be? Iron Addicts.
Oh, yeah, we'll
Iron
be.
Wars 4.
Yep.
Are you gonna lift?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, because I won't squat over 5. I mean, I will squat over 5, but I won't squat 6.
So
So why would I lift? I might deadlift.
you should lift, dude.
I'll probably
I
deadlift.
might lift. We'll see. I said I was
might
gonna lift
deadlift.
last time, but then it got like so.
I said I was gonna deadlift last time, and I ended up fucking squatting.
Well, we couldn't even deadlift last time. It was like too many fucking.
Well, yeah,
people.
because Strength Cartel was deadlifting. Jimmy House was deadlifting, which
Big
he's
Jimmy.
gotten really strong. I mean, he always was
he's
strong.
a thick fucking dude.
He is. Shout out Jimmy House, man. I see you doing work on social media, man.
Oh,
You're
Strength
doing
Cartel,
big things
too.
out there. Strength Cartel, big boy. I want to actually talk to them this time because ever since that time where I knew of them but I didn't know much about them, I watch a lot of their videos and I have definitely
They're a
grown
dope crew. It's
Dude,
cool.
I've grown a really big appreciation for them.
Well, they work
just-
fucking hard, and they're
Well,
good people.
they have very OG morals.
Yeah.
Morals that I follow, like loyalty, respect, and like just like love for the hustle and I fuck with them very heavily.
They
I
give
think
off a
they're dope.
vibe that a lot of people I think are intimidated by.
For sure,
but
yeah.
they're like some of the nicest fucking people,
Oh, bro.
without question.
Anytime you see a dude pushing himself to the point where he's crying through each rep,
Yeah,
that's fucking insane. Shout out Mr. Orlando,
Mr. Orlando's
who
dope,
programs for Jameson.
but Jameson's not going. But yeah, so it's gonna be sick. We're gonna be at Iron Wars.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's gonna be awesome. I think a few supporters of this podcast are gonna be there. We got some messages.
Mr. Thomas Jonesy.
At the
Shout out.
and DT.
Yep. And DT.
So,
Shout
yeah,
out you
it's gonna
guys.
be cool. So it'll be good. So if you guys are in the LA area, for sure come by Iron Wars. I think it's like $25 to get in. 25 bucks.
Honestly, it's completely worth it. It's an environment like nowhere else, and
Just
you get to watch icons train, dude.
Even if you're just like a casual fan of like fitness, like it's
Yeah.
a cool place because a bunch of people are out there like, and it's like it's a less commercial than the fitness expo. Like you can actually legitimately like hang out and talk to some of these people. Like last year, like Bradley Martin, I think was there. Huck was there. CT,
Mike Rashid,
Mike
the Hulk was
Rashid.
there.
I think Michael Hearn was there. Maybe no.
I think Mike was
Yeah,
supposed,
he was supposed
to
be there.
but I think he was
But just-
actually battling an injury or something at that time.
just a bunch of big fitness guys, and they're all just hanging out. Like it's not like an expo where you gotta wait in line and talk to people. So like if you're in the area, I would for sure come by. And
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
you get to see CT, and CT's coming back, recovering from his surgery, and you get to kind of stop by and hang out with a legend, and
support a real one.
watch him fucking scream at people as they lift heavy ass weights.
Which, by the way, I promise you, you will lift about 100 pounds more than usual having CT scream at you.
Bro, you didn't even warm up. You hit 500.
Yeah, I didn't even warm up. I hit 405 and then I hit 500. And
Didn't
I
you just put 400 on the bar? Like,
yeah, so that was our starting weight. It was the craziest thing. I was like, okay, squat challenge, we're going to warm up. And they're like, we're starting off with 405. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
I was like, Jeremy, for sure do some body weight squats.
And I was like, and obviously I got smoked in squats because I went up against these freaks who could squat over 600
what was
pounds.
that one dude's name?
Be Great Beal.
Be Great.
He was dope, dude.
He was dope. And
I
then,
keep in contact with him. He's pretty tight.
Yeah, I've talked to him a few times.
T. Curry, too.
T. Curry, that dude.
T. Curry was dope.
T. Curry's strong.
And then
And Truth.
Truth Tank. I thought Tank.
Yeah.
Tank
But
was there.
Anyway,
but Tank was funny.
yeah, if you guys are in the area, for sure come by because it's going to be sick.
It'll be super
So
dope.
we'll be at Iron Wars on Friday night. I think during the day we'll probably be maybe at Gold's or out at Eric the Trainer's gym. I'm not sure exactly. And then we're going to be around all weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to the expo. We'll be walking around the expo, and then we're going to be out probably at some gyms Saturday and Sunday.
And then we'll
Maybe
probably
we'll go to Zoo Culture.
yeah. Shout out
Try
to
to-
Brad.
try to make it
That'd
out.
be awesome. I want to go to that gym really bad.
But yeah, so we'll be in there. If you guys are going to the expo, for sure hit us up.
if you guys
look
are looking
out
to
for
party,
us.
for sure hit us
I'm
up.
gonna bring some merch for us to like. If you find us, we'll give out some merch, and
Yeah.
we'll be carrying it around. But yeah, come up, definitely find us if you're gonna be at the expo. I think I rambled on too long about that, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be one of my favorite expos.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. I am stoked.
Yeah. Anyway, make sure you guys check out. I think that's good. Make
Yeah.
sure you guys check out notfortheweek.com for some merch. Like I said, new merch is dropping next week. We got the Big Bench Energy shirts on the site right now. Next week we got some other ones coming. Gonna be sick.
Yep.
Sick.
And leave a 5-star review for your chance to win some free merchandise off of notfortheweek.com.
Yep.
So
And tell a friend.
yes.
Spread the podcast because we're gonna be able to do cooler shit the more people that listen to this.
Yes.
And it's gonna end up benefiting y'all because if you're an OG subscriber, we're gonna show you some love.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. And submit your questions.
Ooh, yeah. Always.
If you have questions, feel free to email the show info@notfortheweek.com, or you can just DM us some questions too.
Yep. I'll probably go on my story and talk.
Yeah.
So
But yeah. Jeremy New GC on all social medias. James Mooney GC on all social medias. That's it.
that's it. We out.
We
oh,
out.
yeah. Nope. That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
All right. Stay savage, my friends. Peace.
I